Hey, welcome back to another video. Well, we're out here, I think it's Second Bay, down near Point Arkwright. Bit of a strange one, it's daylight, something different for us. And yeah, well, we're big surprise for the channel. So we're here to get some surfers. There's a few surfers, some paddle boarders. There's a little bit happening around, and as you know, we've had some changes. Sold some gear to do some upgrades, and I've been trying to get a lens I wanted for a while. And I sold my little Mini 3 Pro drone and my G7X and the 100-400, and that allowed me to get this lens. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to our new lens to the channel, the 200-800 Canon RF. What a lens. I had to redo the bag, the Shimoto. I had to redo a whole section so I could fit it in. It is a massive lens compared to the 100-400. But the reach on it, I just did some playing around with it yesterday, just put it on the camera and just checked that it all worked and everything before I wanted to use it. And yeah, it looks pretty wild. So got some surfers here, a bit of wave action. It's obviously a bright sunny day, so it should be good for the high speed photography. It's a F6 to F9 at the long end, but I'll probably be shooting around F10 anyway, so that shouldn't matter anyway. Going to be taken into hopefully the rainforest this afternoon for another video, but yeah, pretty exciting. So I'm going to get this out, do a bit of it's going to be a handheld here for the surfers, try and capture them, and we'll see how we go. Righto, without further ado, let's hit that intro. We've had to move locations, funnily enough. Yeah, the waves weren't really good back at Second Bay, so I've just come down to Coolum Beach. You see there's a ton of surfers here, so should be fairly good. We'll see what we can get here, a little bit more of a bit of a chance. Obviously you need some action to get some shots. Hopefully some of these guys out here can give us a chance to do some practice, test this bad boy out. So I've got it set at thousandths of a second, F10 auto ISO. So it should work out pretty good in that regards. And with 800 I can pretty much see them. It's more so the light, being able to get the right light. It's going to be tricky because the sun's right behind them. So I'm getting a fair bit of shadows. Tricky part at the moment, we are not getting much waves. And the surfers aren't getting much, they're not big ones, it's pretty flat, it's not really awesome. You get a few ones like this now, but it's just where we're getting there. This does focus really good. Even you pick it up. Even when coming straight up and picking it up, it'll pick up focus pretty good. So I'm really impressed with the focus on it. Picking up heads, locking on, and all that sort of stuff. It does a really good job. It's just getting someone to catch a wave. I guess at the moment that's the hardest part. Again, not the best conditions. Definitely a heap of weight in it, 2 kilos for that lens on top of the R6 with the battery grip. Oh, here's a chance. No. Especially when it's extended out, you've got all that weight on the end of it. But working, it's so much better than the 100-400 in what I can reach, and also the focus. Totally different kettle of fish. If you have got 100-400 and you're thinking about upgrading within half an hour of using this, I would say definitely do it. It's definitely worth it. Obviously a bigger lens and extra weight, and at the moment I'm doing handheld, so you're obviously going to feel that more. When I get into more landscape stuff, which I want to do panos with this, that's going to be on a tripod anyway, so it won't matter. But at the moment, focusing wise and all the stuff you want if you're going to do stuff like surfing, it's definitely a really amazing lens for the value proposition. Is pretty cool. Right down there, you can hopefully you can see a heap of surfers over there. I'm trying to get something here because I'm a little bit closer to them, but I don't want to be in the crowd because there's a lot of people, obviously. But even when there's a few surfers have actually got some waves down there, and I was able still to be able to reach them and get like pretty close. Not as close as I'd be able to get here, but I just can't. The guys here just aren't catching any waves, unfortunately. Occasionally getting a few up there, so I'm sort of just panning between the two. And the beauty of having that 800mm is I can actually capture stuff down there without being annoying to anyone or in the way, or I guess make it a little bit easier for everyone. And then someone's just caught a wave. So I'll give it another 5 minutes. Oh, here we go. Yeah, very. Oh, might have a chance here. Oh, crashed out. That was my one hope, one person that I've seen catch a wave down here, and they've crashed on a decent wave. Anyway, well, that might do us here for the beach. Jack's having a bit of fun down here, playing on the beach. Little Champo. School holidays. So, we've got a partner in crime for the next couple of days. And, yeah, we might pack up here and then head off and take this in the rainforest this afternoon and see if we can get some more shots and give you a decent sort of a look at how it works. Very cool, but 200, 800, going well. Okay, let's magic through the magic of TV or video or computers. Film, for the magic of film. Let's head to the rainforest right now. Right, here we are in the rainforest. Oh, Buderim Forest Park. As you can see, well, as you might be able to hear, it's not very loud because there's not much water flowing, but nice and dark. Maybe some birds, but just more so what it's going to do in low light and how it's going to work is the main game of here. So it should be a quick one. I'm going to do a bit of a walk up. Me and Jack, we're going to walk up, see what we can find. And yeah, just handheld shoot mostly. If I need to, I've got both tripods now, so I can get I can go on there if I need to go long exposure if I find something I need to isolate. And yeah, let's see what we can do in the rainforest. Be interesting to see in low light at that high aperture, starts at F6 and then goes up to F9. Normally a little tricky in the dark, but on the R6 II, that's the beauty of these new nice cameras. You can go anywhere up to 12,000 ISO and they shoot fine. The images come up pretty good from what I've seen. So looking forward to see what it can do, this beautiful big girl, and let's head off. On the tripod, so obviously it doesn't come with an Arca Swiss foot. Oh, gotta get my head close. So I've got a little 3-legged thin plate there that I can put in there, so then that'll balance. So that's how she sits on the tripod. She is a big unit. Straight down the lens there, but pretty cool. I'll swing around, and so you can see what I'm looking at over here, that big fern, and I've just isolated one of those fern leaves out, and I'm just sitting 6.3, and then we've got zoom in there, you can see that it's not a bad shot. So good isolation, good focus, and it pretty good in the low light. So that's at 1/25th of a second, I think. Yeah, 1/25th of a second, ISO 100, and that's still pretty good. Like the shadows there, got a bit of highlights coming through on that fern. Right up the top here in the frame there, that little falls. So at the back, I've just taken a shot all the way at 800, so you can sort of see the reach. And 1/8 of a second, ISO 100 f10. So still getting down to ISO 100. Those protecting those highlights, obviously that water. But that's not a bad shot from such a long distance if you've reach-wise and in through the shadows. Good little compression with these rocks in the foreground. Just here, you see these little rocks right up in the frame. You can see the rocks down here. I'll get rid of that. What you can see there, it's a massive way away, so it's a huge sort of a shot you can pull off. I actually prefer a longer lens for my panoramas, and that's where this lens is going to definitely show its skills. But you can see that compression you get on these rocks in the foreground, and then the waterfall in the background, you're able to get that compression, same as you would with a mountain range. When you're doing a pano, you'll get that compression as well, and it's just as nice of a shot, I reckon. So definitely worthwhile having a look at.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray.
Well, only a quick one this morning, just the first outing with the 200 to 800 RF, and am I excited? Yes, I am. It is a magical lens, and I'm looking forward to seeing what I can get. That reach this morning, just sort of doing some testing out with those surfers, was really good. Obviously, the surf wasn't the best, so I didn't get a chance to really test it to its limits, but the focus you could pull off on it was pretty amazing, so it was cool. In here, in the low light, obviously we've got shadows and dappled light coming through the rainforest here. It's going to be tricky, but from the shots the test shots I've taken there, being able to isolate subjects is really cool, and also the low light was pretty good actually. It handled it. I don't think there was too many shots. I was on high ISO, a couple maybe about 1600, 2000, 3000 range. So nothing sort of like 10,000, 12,000, 20,000 ridiculous. It's not a really heavy rainforest. I'll have to get it down to Candilla Falls to really test it. New lens in the team, 200 to 800. What a beast of a lens. It is heavy. Definitely logistically wise, I've got to sort of think about how I carry it and what I've got to take with it. But look, it mounts good on the tripod on Winston here, sorry. It comes up pretty good, and having that foot there with that little three-legged thing plate just bolted straight on there, I'll just leave that on there now, and I'm just carrying it around by that handle, so it's not too bad. And that lets me put the Pocket 3 straight on the PD capture clip, so that works out well too. So easy access to get the video out. Rightio, I'm getting eaten alive by mozzies. Yet again, I forgot to bring the flex tail. I didn't think they'd be bad here, but I think because the water's not flowing as well, that's when the mozzies sort of start breeding a bit in it, because the water's a bit still. So yeah, be aware of that. Okay, hope you enjoyed this one. Quick little one. I just wanted to show you the new lens, the 200 to 800. She's a big throw. It's about 4 turns on the hand to get it back from 200 out to 800. Feel-wise, focus-wise, tack sharp. Focus was really brilliant on the moving subjects with those surfers. So yeah, very excited on the future. Right, time to head home and see if we get any photos of this. Hopefully we get a couple of nice ones. Fingers crossed. Yeah, but a good little test. Nonetheless, sometimes you don't get those award-winning shots, but when you get a brand new lens, you basically got to try and use it as much as possible so you get used to it and sort of get that feel for it. So, and that's what I plan on doing. Okay, I'll see you next week. Stay safe. Peace.